death.
What kind of torture, perhaps?
Why? To hear me cry, to make me beg, to have me swear everything you want to hear, then do it all over again.
Listen here. You have cast me for the bill in this little play of yours. You're stuck for the heroin, you damn little mischief maker. Will you try that, you she-devil?
Let me go. You are hurting my arm.
I will not let go. I was a fool to waste words. How fun for you to laugh in the face of a king who has all the power to have you killed, who has done some killing in his day, who has killed people just as pitiful as you are.
Now you're holding my arm too tightly. It doesn't hurt anymore.
I shall save you yet. I will not let politics be the cause of your death. And that's all that this is. The mournful shade of Polynesius? The weeping hysteria that you mistake for heroism? That's nothing but politics. God knows that I have better things to do today than waste my time on insects like you. Better things to avoid. Let me tell you something I would tell no one else. It is stupid. Monstrously stupid. If it was up to me, I would have your brother buried a long time ago as a matter of mere public hygiene. Do you not think that I'm just as offended as you are at the thought of that meat rotting in the sun? When the breeze comes off the sea in the evening, the stench fills the palace. It nauseates me. But I refuse to shut my window. The feather-headed rabble that I govern need to know what is what. They have to have their faces rubbed in it. The smell must fill the town for a month.
You are a loathsome man.
Oh, I agree. My trade forces me on.
Why do you do it then?
My dear, I woke up one day king of thieves. God knows there's things I don't want. Power.
You should have said no.
Yeah, I should have said no. I should have been like a workman who refuses a job that has to be done. No, I said yes.
So much worse for you then. I don't have to say yes to anything I don't want. I don't have to say no or yes or anything that I don't want to. But because you said yes, all that you can do for all your crown, your trappings, and your guards, all that you can do is have me killed.
Listen to me.
If I want to. I don't have to listen to you if I don't want to. There is nothing that you could tell me that I don't already know. Whereas, there are 1,000 things I could tell you that you don't already know. You stand there, drinking in my words. Why is it that you don't call your guards and have them take me away? I'll tell you why. You want to hear me out to the end. And that's why.
You use me.
No, I don't. I frighten you. Everything would be so much easier if you were a docile, tongue-tied, taking and living in a palace. But you were going to have to put me to death today. And you know it. And it frightens you.
Very well then. I am frightened. I am frightened that if you keep on driving at it, I shall have you killed. And I do not want to.
So much the worse for you then. I don't have to do anything I don't want to. That being said, you didn't really want to leave my brother out to Vermont, did you? Admit it.
I've said it already.
But you did it just the same. And now, although you don't want to, you were going to have me killed. And you call that being a king?
Yes, I call that being a king.
Poor Creon! My nails are broken, my hands are bleeding, my arms are covered in welts left by the paws of your guards. But I am a queen.
Then why not take pity on me and live? Isn't your brother's corpse rotting under my window payment enough for peace and order in Thebes?
No. You said yes, and now you will never stop paying.
Why won't you try to understand me? I'm trying hard enough to understand you. The ship had swung 1,000 leagues. It was up to the waterline with crime, poverty, and ignorance. Every man jack on board was going to drown, only because they thought of themselves and their cheap little day-to-day traffic. Is that a time, do you think, to be playing with words like yes and no? To be weighing pros and cons? To be wondering if you were paid too heavy anymore? No! You grab the wheel. You right the ship in the face of the water. You shout an order, and if someone defies it, you shoot right into the mob. Something as nameless as the wind crashes down upon your deck. The person that dropped, they might have been someone who served you a drink the night before, but they have no name. And you braced at the wheel, you have no name. Nothing has a name but the storm and the ship. Do you understand me?
I am not here to understand these things. I'm here because I said no to you.
It is easy to say no.
Not always.
Oh, it is easy to say no. But to say yes, you have to roll up your sleeves. You have to plunge your arms into the light at the elbows. It is easy to say no. Even if saying no means waiting to die. Can you imagine a world in which trees said no to the sap, in which beasts said no to hunger and propagation? Animals, though, they are tough. They're simple. They move in droves, nudging each other along. Some may keel over, but no matter how many fall by the wayside, they travel the same road, with the same will, bringing their young into the world.
Animals? Oh, what a king you would make, Creon, if only men were animals.
You despise me, don't you? It's fine. I've pictured this conversation many times. A young boy would come to kill me. He would fail, and no matter all my power in logic and debate, all I could get out of him was that he despised me. And who thought that that pale, white-faced young boy would be you? And the argument would arise out of something as stupid as your brother's death. Do you want to know the story in which you are burning to play a part?
What story?
Oh, it's the story of Edicles and Polynices, my dear. It is not a pretty story. Only I know this story, and you have the right to know. And your brothers were older than you, weren't they? They must have pulled your hair, broke your dolls, whispered secrets into each other, just to put you into a rage.
They were big when I was little.
And then, when they got older, they would come home, wearing their evening clothes, strutting like men.
They were boys, and I was a girl.
And you didn't know why. But you saw your mother's tears over them. Your father would fly into fits of rage.
One morning, we just gotten up, and my brothers came home from their night out. I hid behind the door. Polynices still found me. He looked so handsome in his evening clothes. His eyes were shining. He gave me a beautiful paper flower that he'd gotten on his night out.
And you still have that flower. You looked at it as a language to obey your brother to give you courage.
Who told you so?
Poor little Antigone with her nightclub flower. Do you know what your brother really was?
Whatever he was, I know you'll say vile things about him.
A cheap, idiotic bounder, a vile little habitué with just enough wit to drive a car fast and throw away more money than any of his pals. One day, Polynices, who had lost a lot of money gambling, asked your father to settle a debt. When your father said no, he called him a vile name.
That was a lie!
He struck your father in the face. Your father sat there, weeping, nose bleeding. It was pathetic. Your brother stood in the corner where your father's study, smoking a cigarette.
That's a lie.
The man was too chicken-hearted to have the boy locked up. He was able to go off and join the Argive army. From there, one by one, men slipped into the feet from Argos, all intent on killing a man who was too cowardly to die and not ready to part with his kingship. Edicles was given a state funeral with pomp and honors. The children emptied their piggy banks for him to buy wreaths, old men's quivering hypocritical voices, the temple priests with a proper show of solemnity on their stupid faces. I gave a speech, but the fact of the matter is, everything that Polynices tried to do, Edicles had plotted to do. They're a pair of blackguards, both intent on selling out thieves to the highest bidder. Two cheap gangsters was not a luxury I could afford. There was a civil war. People chose sides. I sent out the Holocaust for their bodies. They're found trapped in each other's arms. For the first time, I imagine.
Please, Why do you tell me all of this?
Antigone, you hold something precious in your hands. Life, that is. You're about to throw it away. People will tell you that this is not life, that life is something more. They will tell you this because they need your strength, and they need your fire. But life is nothing more than a tool you hold firmly in your hands, and a child who runs around at your feet, a bench that you can sit on in the evening in your garden. The only consolation that we get in our old age is life is nothing more than happiness.
Happiness.
It's not much of a word, is it?
What kind of happiness do you foresee for me? Paint me the picture of your happy Antigone. How many lies must I tell? To whom must I fawn? To whom must I sell myself? Whom do you want me to leave dying while I turn my head?
You love Haman, don't you?
Yes. Love Haman. Haman that I love is hard and young and faithful, difficult to satisfy the way I